Hi everyone, Ashley Levy here with the Love and Light School of Crystal Therapy. I am just checking in today for a little impromptu chat about crystals because I was kind of working with some of my stones this morning and it just really made me kind of motivated and excited to pick them up and talk about them and kind of share them with you. So the first crystal that I have been working with lately that I kind of wanted to share is this Elestial Lightbrary quartz. And this doesn't have quite as much in terms of the Lightbrary as many in this formation do, but it's really a cool formation because it's about accessing ancient knowledge, ancient wisdom. It's about connecting with your ancestors and guides to learn from them and learn about the wisdom and knowledge that they have to share. And some people believe that this knowledge is actually stored within the crystal itself, kind of programmed within the stone. I don't necessarily know if that's true, if it's more about creating this kind of interconnection to those guides and ancestors so that you can access the knowledge that's kind of more innate to your beings, things that you already know in your subconscious mind. So I'm going to flip the camera over so I can show you some of the really cool formations that this crystal has, because I just want you to check that out and see what it's all about. I'll do some questions too. So, Lightbrary crystal, and you can see it has some really cool natural etching on its surfaces. There we go. You can see there's almost like these little points that just kind of go right into the surface or main body of the crystal. And this is where some people think that all of the information is stored in these pieces because they're supposed to be these beautiful keepers of wisdom and energy. So this is what this is all about. Now this piece actually has the bottom trimmed flat so it stands up like a large generator. And I really love these crystals. I liked using them in meditation. I just think that they're super practical. You know, they're a practical thing to have in your crystal collection because as you start working with stones, it really is about developing that kind of one-on-one connection with your crystals. The other crystal that I wanted to kind of show all of you today that I've been working with is this really beautiful agate geode. So you can see the bands of agate here, and then there are some dendrites down here, and then of course that quartz cavern, that little geode cavern. I love this piece. This was actually a gift from my brother-in-law many years ago, and this has been a great source of inspiration for me when I'm doing any kind of creative work or manifesting work, but particularly the creative work, because agate like this is almost like, you know, the swirling flow of energy. So it's kind of about getting in tune with that in your own being. And then it has this little cavern here, which is all quartz, and this is all about amplification of whatever it is that you're trying to create. And so this is a stone that I really love for creative work. And with that, I'll kind of switch back over. Ready? And take some questions. So hi, beautiful Kelly Roth. I see you popped in there. And Lavinia, hello. And then Elizabeth was asking, what's the best crystal for depression? So Elizabeth, that can really range and vary because the causes of depression are so different, right? It's going to be different kind of for everyone. For some people, it's more of a chemical imbalance. For other people, it's more of life circumstance that kind of ultimately leads to depression. What I would recommend that you do is go to my blog, Elizabeth. If you go to loveandlighthealingschool.com, at the top navigation bar, you'll see a tab called Resources. Hover your mouse over that, and when you get the pop-out menu, you'll see Love Notes blog. And in there, you'll see an article called Crystals for Depression. You can also find this on my Pinterest board for crystal healing resources. So if you look up Love and Light School on Pinterest, you'll also see it pinned over there. But I list tons of different stones for depression based on, you know, the cause or root of the depression. Because with crystals, it's not about working on just from like a symptom-based approach. It's really about getting to the core or root issue or cause of what you're experiencing and working through the problem energetically. So it's really about supporting the problem energetically. And that's like such a huge, huge thing. The same goes for physical conditions. So if you have headaches, instead of necessarily just looking for crystals that help relieve headache pain, think about why you have the headaches. Are they stress headaches? So do you really need a crystal that will help alleviate stress and stress-related physical conditions? Or is it something that's more like a musculoskeletal issue? So you really have to look at that root cause when you're choosing crystals to work with. And I think that's something actually a lot of healers kind of overlook or forget or just aren't familiar with doing that when they first start out. But I guess if I had to do a blanket statement on some crystals for depression, I would recommend something like citrine. It is good for helping increase joy and happiness and lift one's spirits. Imperial topaz, and there's a beautiful lemon quartz that is also a good choice. And let's see, Kelly's asking, do I find that I like working with other things that aren't necessarily crystals, like coral and fossils and that kind of thing? Absolutely, Kelly. I think there's definitely a place for those kinds of things in crystal therapy. So with the coral, I don't so much use regular coral. I think of that as being more like seashells. But I use fossilized coral, and I use tons of fossils. Fossils are great for ancestor connection in particular, and for accessing the Akashic records. So if there's something that you want to look at in terms of past life work or something like that, fossils can make a really great gateway or touch point for connecting with that energy so that you can kind of pull through information to help you on your journey. Definitely. Great question. And let's see. Oh, and hi Caroline, and hi Elizabeth. So nice to see everybody and hang out for a little bit. I've been loving doing these little mini pop-up events here and there. It's been really good for my soul just to get to hang out with people and talk about crystals. Lots of you probably saw the video I posted a few weeks ago about my crystal journey and how, for me, a big part of that was facilitated just by trying to reach out and find community and create community about crystals. So yeah, that was really important to me. And Lavinia's asking about crystals for dream work. So Lavinia, I have an article about this on my blog as well. And I talk about in that blog using amethyst to help with dream recall and interpreting your dreams. That's an excellent stone. I talk about red jasper for keeping you connected to your physical body if you're doing any kind of astral travel or astral projection while in the dream state. I also talk about celestite for enhancing information from your guides and angels that comes through during your dream state. I talk about moldavite for facilitating that astral journey, and then Herkimer diamond for bringing through a lot of clarity and for, I guess, helping you get more in touch and more connected with your astral body while you're in the dream state. So there are tons and tons of crystals you can use for dream work depending on what your purpose is. And I do recommend, especially with dream work, a lot of people are familiar with the idea of keeping a dream journal, but I find it really helpful to actually record some of my dreams in my crystal journal, particularly because I'm usually using crystals to facilitate that information. So I'll kind of write down, what crystals I use and then what came through in the dream. And that can be really helpful. Oh, good. And you love amethyst. So that sounds like it might be kind of a natural connection point for you. Awesome. Well, with that, I just wanted to do a quick little pop-in. I have a busy day ahead of me, lots and lots of writing to do, and all kinds of other wonderful things here around the school. If you enjoyed this little mini crystal chat pop-up, please feel free to like my Facebook page, leave me a happy comment, let me know how you enjoyed it. Or maybe even if there's a topic you'd like for our next little crystal talk, I would love if you pop that in the comments. And be sure to check me out on my website as well for other great crystal healing information. That's loveandlighthealingschool.com. You can hover over the resource tab and you'll see a page of amazing crystal freebies. I have like 14 free crystal goodies that you can download and enjoy at your convenience. So definitely check that out. And thank you for joining me. Oh, and I see one last question, so I'm just going to get Sarah's question. What can we use for energy? So, Sarah, if you're looking for bringing more like vitality and energy into your physical body, I'd really recommend red jasper, garnet, or carnelian. They're great stones for motivation, for, again, bringing that vitality energy in. It's thought that carnelian in particular facilitates the flow of chi to the sacral chakra, so pulling that energy into the body where it can be used physically. So if you just need something for more stamina, a little bit more get up and go, that'd be great. But you might also want to consider something like using a blue lace agate or an angelite to help you be more restful when you need that, so that you can actually recharge and rejuvenate and focus a little bit more on self-care so that you do naturally have more energy. So I hope that's helpful. And again, give me a little like on Facebook. Be sure to like my page. You can actually click the drop down arrow for this video to get notified when I do my next Facebook Live event, and just kind of hang out and come talk crystals with me. And go ahead, visit the website, get your free crystal goodies, loveandlighthealingschool.com. And I hope that you have a beautiful, beautiful rest of your week and a great weekend. And I will talk with you soon. Thanks so much, and crystal blessings.